Let's enjoy the night. The cloudy skies, the street lights, the breeze in the trees. Let's enjoy the night. Relaxed, taking a breath. Maybe you have your water, your tea, your drink. Take a sip. Let's enjoy the night. Let's just ramble as we drift in and out of sleep. And maybe you haven't lied down yet. So you're here hanging with me. Good morning, good afternoon, and good evening. Wherever you are in the world, yes, it's me, April Love, here in Boston. Wishing you a blessed time. Truly hope you're finding reasons to smile, laugh, enjoy life. Appreciate everything and everyone around you. It is currently 2 a.m. and it's actually a kind of a brisk night. We've had a fairly mild summer this year. According to the car, it's only 61 degrees. Maybe putting this down. No, I don't think I will. Always depends on who's driving around. ABM. So, I didn't make a video today. I didn't even leave my house today until I had to go to work. Again, I've been having some energy issues. You wouldn't think so right now because I seem a little bit more upbeat. But I didn't even make it to my radio show. I woke up early enough, but I couldn't get myself like physically moving. And yeah, so hold on one second. I didn't share this out because I didn't feel like it. Okay, I'm back. I was just sharing this out to one of my peoples. And while we're only a couple minutes in, if this is your first time to my channel, to one of my live streams, make sure you hit that like button. If it's your first time to this channel, make sure you hit that subscribe button, that notification bell, because I do post it. As you all know, if you either change at my job, it's one of the things that I don't take for granted. It's one of those things that give me something to feel grateful for. I say your hellos momentarily. I don't know who you are. If you're Tiffany, you came in the right time because I am driving around and hitting that like button. I mean, you can't really see much. I think you can tell there's actual fog, but last night was interesting because it was patches of fog. It's like one area was completely clear, the other was completely engulfed. Like the next spot next to it would be completely engulfed. Like look at the top of the trees. It's like it's not even rolling in. The last couple of times it hasn't like rolled in. It's kind of like just sunk from the I was gonna say sunk from the ceiling, but it's like sunk from the from the sky, which is very interesting. So this dude's car is still here. Let's see if he's still here tomorrow morning. I'm gonna write this card out. So I really don't think he is part of them. Check some. It is you. Stupid thing is gonna show. Yeah, I hit one of the dead zones, but I can see you talking now. Yay! But the fog is starting to roll in. Or I can't. It's not even rolling in. I don't think, cause like usually when it rolls in, I can see it street light. But again, if you look over there, you can see the. You can kind of make out the fog at the top of the tree line over here. But if I put it up to the street light, you don't really see it moving. And that's not actually as. Let's see if I can. Can't. Like, you don't see it like moving in the street light like you would see. Like, if it snows, like, you could see it like moving and stuff. But, like, even with the fog, you can. And I'm doing good. How are you doing? And you came in just in time for your favorite part of my life. Just, there you go. You know, because I'm driving, I'm gonna lose connection every now and again. So yeah, that's the other security company, and I don't know if that's one of the new guys or somebody else. I'm actually gonna shut this light off real quick. I will keep the camera rolling. And I've been starting my streams later than usual. Because sometimes I'm not sure if I'm up to doing it. And lately it's been because I've just kind of been getting somewhat distracted. Like, not necessarily stuck in my head, but just kind of like. And it's been affecting my sleep too, because like, you would think after playing with my phone all night at work that when I get home, I would just put my phone down. No, I lie down and I play with my phone for longer. And I'm not even doing anything productive. I'm just like aimlessly, you know, flipping videos. So, alright, hold on a second. I'm gonna have to put you down for a minute. How you doing? Alright, I just wanted to see who it was, in case it was somebody else. Yeah, because it's always somebody else. So,
Yeah, it's
is that an
always.
animal or a
No,
bag?
I'm just wrapping it up.
Ah,
And my shift is over in 10 minutes.
all right. So you working tomorrow night?
No, today's my last night
Last night
for
here?
the week. Yeah,
For week? All right,
yeah. Somebody else is gonna be here tomorrow.
all right.
All
No,
right.
just yeah, because you were here last night, right, with
Yeah,
Dan?
last night. Yeah,
With
yeah.
Dan?
I
So
was here
you,
since Monday.
huh?
Since Monday.
Since Monday?
Yeah.
All right, but so you know about what's going on during the weekend then, right?
Yeah, yeah. The
Because you were
important
here
stuff.
last night with Dan. Fun Dan.
Yeah.
So, all right.
All right. So have a good
Yeah,
one.
you have a good one. Okay, that's just a wet bag. There's a bag on the grass that looked like an animal. All right, now you can look. I'm tripping. You tripping? No, I'm driving. I ain't tripping. I'm driving. So, you know that parking lot where they had all the where they had the circus last year, right? Now the new owners like are starting to prepare, and they've put up this fence. So now you can't. They don't obviously like trying to hide stuff now, but they're like more and more getting prepared to do whatever they're planning to do. You know. So what up, money magnet? Long time no see. How you doing, girl? I appreciate you stopping in. I don't know who you are. Long time no see. How you doing? You got that super late? It's 2 a.m. here, 2:20. 2 a.m. It's 2 in the morning. So, you guys were in here last night, and I know you haven't live streamed or anything lately, which is all good. But last night, I came across the new feature on it. I don't know if it's on iPhone, on Apple devices, but at least for Samsung or Android, um, you can now stream your your device. I think it's primarily for people that want to, do game streaming from their phones. Like if you're playing a video game on your phone, you can now live stream it from your phone. So last night I did a regular stream, and then right after I tested out the new feature. And what was cool for me is I don't really do video games, but I was able to like go through my photo gallery and show you like show pictures of my artwork or my t-shirts and stuff like that. And I think what will be cool is you know if I haven't edited the next a video, I can I can make a tutorial video on how I use my editing software on my computer, on my phone, to make my videos. So eventually, I'm gonna do something like that um, for a live stream. But you just gotta be careful that you don't accidentally open up an app or open up something that's got personal information. Because you'll forget that, like, even last night, I almost forgot that I was live streaming, and I started like scanning through my phone, and I'm like, yeah, I need to be careful that I don't like go check my bank account while I'm on the live stream. Uh, no, no new car. Actually, you can see my car right there. I am just driving around in the security vehicle. There's my car there in very poor quality video. And my car does need to be fixed. I'm glad that it's still running at the moment, but it does need to get fixed. I, I don't know if it's the pulley or if it's the belt. Um, what's his name? J Mac saw my one of my last videos where I asked people that know about cars. I asked them a car question, and he said it sounded like that it might be the pulley and not the belt itself, which is very annoying because I already got the I already I've changed the I got the pulley changed not too long ago, a couple months ago. So, but I definitely need to find time, well, I need to find money and then time to go get that fixed. I also need to change my oil because um, it's been. Hold on. Can you see him? Look at the bunny. Look at the bunny. Look at the bunny. Wish I had a little better light. Let's see. There you go. A little bit better light. And here on aloveproductions, we check out a random bunny frolicking and rummaging for a midnight snack. I see you. I see you. It's like, no, you don't. Alright, I'm gonna have to put you down for a moment so I can park. Say bye to the bunny, because as soon as I move, he's gonna take off. I see you. He keeps looking like, what are you doing? I can hear you. Can't see you, but I can hear you. Wish I had food for you, buddy, but I don't. Alright. Alright, I gotta put you down for a minute. You're okay, buddy. Alright, I'm back. Don't know if he's still here or not. Can't tell. And now you get me. So, thank you for coming in, Tiffany. I appreciate it. Thank you, Money Magnet, for stopping by. I love you. I appreciate it. Don't drop me. So, once again this week, at least during the day, I've been having energy issues and sleeping issues, which is not good since I gotta do 12-hour shifts the next 4 days. But, it's all good. Okay, what eyes did I just see? Well, like I said, I think part of my issue as far as my sleep is when I get home in the morning, I'm being stupid. I'm not putting my phone down when I get in bed. Usually that's not a big deal. Usually I can play with my phone and I'll just end up falling asleep, within a couple, I'll start doing I'll start dropping the phone while I'm lying in bed. But the last couple of days, I get caught up in the rabbit hole looking at not even anything informative, nothing motivational, just like random crap videos that I can wait until later to watch. You know, like the other day, Monday, I was flipping through videos, and I did that for when I got home, and I did that for over an hour. And I'm like, even after I was done, I was like, why? And then I'm like, tomorrow you're not gonna do it. Come home the next day, did it again for another, for at least a half hour, an hour. And this morning, I'm like, you're not gonna do it. I did it again. This time I did manage to keep it down to like 20 minutes. Um, my other issue is I think I may have sleep apnea because unless I can position myself in a particular way, like if I don't position myself a certain way when I'm sleeping and I don't prop myself up the right way, I know I have issues with my breathing. And the other thing is, I still like, I really need to make an appointment for the doctor because I'm still getting that issue that even if I'm sitting up like this at work and I nod off, if once I wake up and look, I'm not lying down. I'm not like I'm not even halfway into a sleeping position. I'm lounged back, but I'm not in a position where I would actually it wouldn't be an ideal sleeping situation. And when I get prop myself back up, just like I do when I'm sleeping. When I do sleep, you know, I wake up and I have all this mucus and stuff in my mouth, as if I was getting over being sick. And when I go to spit, when I manage to collect it all and spit it out, it's different colors of yellow. Sometimes you know sometimes once in a while it's a little bit of dry blood, which the only reason why I'm not alarmed about that is because I've never had like a legit dripping bloody nose. I tend to get dry bloody noses, meaning like the blood is in my nose but it never actually comes out, unless I blow my nose. And I've had that for years. Dry sinus. And I looked up the mucus thing, right? Like I try to look it up online. But it's been like that for like months. And I think the last time I even went to my physical, I mentioned that, and the doctor said it could be allergies. I said, but allergies for months, to the point that I'm waking up as if I'm getting over a cold or something. Like you would think that it would eventually alleviate itself. And when I was looking it up, I came across a couple message boards where one person said that they had that going on for the longest time and even went to the doctors, and the doctors like, you have no congestion, your lungs are clear, your throat is clear, you know it could be nasal drip or whatever. But I'm like, wouldn't it eventually clear up? Wouldn't it, like, it's one thing you spit and it's clear, but to constantly have this like variation of colored mucus. Sometimes it's like you said, the yellow or darkish brown is a sign of infection or viral. You know, Obviously, if I had consistent blood coming up, it would be another a bigger red flag of concern. but it's like it varies from day to day. Yeah, I know. I have to buy cloves though. I think, right? Isn't it supposed to be that you swallow a whole clove? I think I can handle swallowing a whole clove versus if it was already minced. Because one time I tried to do it because we buy the jar of minced garlic because it's easier for my mother to use because of her eyesight. We don't want her cutting her fingers or whatever, so we just buy the pre-minced garlic. And one day I was like, well, let me try the garlic, and I'm like, but it's already minced. It's gonna be like coat in it. Like I'm gonna get I'm gonna gag, and I did. Like it went down, but I was still like. but but yeah, yeah. That's me trying to find something else to talk about. No, I do not, but I do when I'm in the shower. I do like push water up my nose and flush out my sinuses. We got the night birds chirping away. I don't know if you can hear them. Hey, let me. Hold on. Can you hear the birds? And family's doing okay. My favorite one is the mockingbird around here because it always makes the sound of the mockingbirds make the sound of like the car alarms. If I'm in the right area, you can hear the mockingbird just like going. Eh, 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 eh. They're really vocal tonight. They must have got woken up. Does he curse? Does he argue? Does he go, what the I love those. I love those videos. The bird videos. You've had very. We had. We're having a fairly mild summer up here so far, but the mosquitoes are being a pain in the butt this year to me. The last couple years, I haven't like there's mosquitoes, but I haven't really gotten bothered. This year they're like constantly in, like around my arms and my face. They're like, "Hey, how you doing? What's going on? How you been?" I'm like, "Get out of here." Did you see? Uh, I was having that happened. I had a headache the other night, Monday night, and I haven't been doing well as far as like I haven't been bad as far as like eating a lot of takeout, but my diet has been in a weird place the last couple of days. I know for sure I haven't been eating much. I haven't been drinking much either while I'm awake because I don't when I'm home. This past week I've been having a real hard time just staying awake and having energy during the day. So I have been drinking water at work, but at home, like, and I think because I'm just kind of confused on, what I should be doing. Like, there's a part of me where I know what I need to do, right? I know what I need to do to start work, to kind of work on my health and, my fitness and all that. For the most part, I know what I need to do. But on the other hand, with everything that comes out, in documentaries and news and whatever, it starts to mess with your head on exactly what's best for your body type, what's best for for your, your body makeup, what's good for your whatever health issues you may have, you know, and it does. For me, it does get like, and with me, it's like, especially with me having the energy issues that I've had. I'm like, okay, what am I supposed to be eating? What am I supposed to be doing? I cut back on bread and cheese, and I'm still feeling, I'm still having these issues. Then I start eating the carbs again, or I start eating more vegetables, and then, I want to eat organic, but, I know, or if I, or if I can't, I won't, and I need probiotics, so I'm trying to add yogurt, you know, and it just it gets overwhelming, it gets confusing. I'm not looking for a quick fix. I'm looking for something that I can sustain long term, you know. And as far as working out, as the weather's gotten warmer Like you see me back in the car now is because in the the security office is too warm for me to sit in the office, and my apartment is not any better, which is one of the reasons why I think I've been so lethargic. That like I wake up and I want to get out of the grogginess of my head. The waking up head, and because it's still like 75, 80 degrees in my apartment. Even when but my like I need to really call the maintenance at my apartment complex to get them to check the heat in itself. Because my question is, how come even on a 60-degree day, the apartment itself feels, the thermostat saying 75, and we haven't touched the thermostat. So and all I can think is maybe the heat is still on, even though we're able to shut our thermostat off or whatever. At least I think we're able to do it. There is an off switch, you know. But well, we don't have access to like our um to that. That the heat is provided from the apartment. That's one thing we don't have. We don't have to pay for heat or hot water, so like we're not in control of that. But we're in control. We should be in control of controlling the temperature in our apartment. And I haven't called because one, I don't know if they need to get into my bedroom, and I'm sleeping during the day. Um, but and like I said, it's one thing that it's 75 outside and the temperature in the apartment goes up an extra 5 degrees. That's one thing. But when it's like right now, it's 61 degrees according to the vehicle that I'm in. It's one thing that it's 60 degrees outside and it's still 75 degrees in the apartment. You know, and even that, right? Going back to like the health stuff, right? And I got an idea for like a skit type video. I'm still kind of planning it out, and when I have the time, I might actually record it. But like even when it comes to water, all right, depending on where you live, you can't drink the tap water. But to drink bottled water, you're hurting the environment. And then even with the bottled water, you have to be careful because not all bottled water is um, created equal. Um, Brands like Aquafina and Dacia, I'm probably not saying it, Daisy, Ia, whatever it's called. Um, that's not even spring water. That's filtered water, and it's very high. If you do your own water test, you'll find that it's very acidic. So it's not alkaline or anything. And then the other thing is, they tell you that alkaline water is supposed to be good for you. So now they sell bottles of alkaline, and not all alkaline waters are created equal either. And then they say you can make your own alkaline water at home. You know, say what? So exactly, right? And then if you listen to like the health gurus and you know certain people, right? And you can find this person online on YouTube. There's a couple of videos with her in it, right? Um, there used to be videos on Netflix. I'm sure there's a couple still there, but there was a video on Garrison Institute. Um, there was another video too that like they talked about some of the same stuff for the Garrison, but basically what the Garrison Institute was or is it was developed by a German doctor that in the 40s and 50s he's originally I think from Germany. He was studying he to try to heal his own medical issues. He was reading different medical journals and papers and essays from around the world, and he came across a couple that talked about how you can heal yourself through food, through a holistic natural way. And I think he had either tuberculosis or he had some kind of stomach issue that he read that no wait hold on was that the case? I forget if he read that apples could help you with that, help to heal that, or the reason he was using apples is because Germany was a place that, um, Germany, one of the big produce that came out of Germany at that time was apples. So he used what he had access to try to heal himself. And whatever his health issue was, he put himself on like a regimen of apples. Whether he had it as applesauce, just ate the apples, um, crushed it into apple cider. He put himself on a regimen where this became a big part of his diet. Of course, I'm sure he had other veggies and whatnot as well, but for the sake of the story, they talked about how he put himself on this regimen of apples on a very consistent and regular basis, and not just like an apple for your breakfast. He had it a couple, some kind of apple thing throughout his daily diet, and he eventually healed himself of his whatever his medical issue was. And then, and of course, being a, a you know an upcoming doctor, he started documenting what he was doing, and then again, I forget the full story, but eventually he started working with other people that had certain ailments and put them on the same regimen. And he didn't do like a whole study type thing. It's just he heard of someone else that had something similar to him or had issues with migraines or whatever, Yeah, and I think they kind of made that joke within the in the documentary. So but he went to help another eventually he started testing the theories out with other people, and fast forward to when the documentaries came out, they talked about how over the years they've helped hundreds and thousands of people and put them on a raw diet. Not even just the vegan diet, but like a raw vegetarian, with raw juices. Obviously it has to be organic, as pure and as clean as possible. And and there's a and they were helping people with like stage 4 cancers, right? And helping to heal them from their cancers. And I found out we were watching these things right around the same time that my aunt had passed away from her 10-year battle with cancer. And I got angry at first when I saw these videos. I'm like, you mean to tell me that if she adopted this kind of lifestyle, that she might have been able to eradicate whatever she had going on in her body? And the same for my uncle. If not completely eradicate it, at least get it to the point where like doctors could really do something to help. So I got I was getting angry and frustrated. On one side, I was excited. I was like, if this is true, that means like I can work on my thyroid and not be on medication. And that's when I wasn't like 100% gun ho and completely changed my diet, but that's when I really started adding more veggies and stuff into my diet. And I was a little bit more a bit more focused and had more time, because I think at that time I was still working. um, I still had a condensed schedule where I had most of the week off. I had most of the week off, and I would work my old schedule used to be I worked two 16-hour shifts and one 8-hour shift back to back, and then I would have pretty much 5 days off. Technically, I worked 3 days, but I considered that I practically had 4.5 days off. Depending on how you looked at it. Now I'm working 5 nights a week. You know, so and I have been for the last couple of years. And when I first started this, I was able to try to figure out how to work a schedule and still do what I want to do. But little by little, like it's been the last year or so, has been really hard for me to stay focused, to really become disciplined and working on that stuff. And you've watched my videos, you've seen me go up and down. But I really, you heard me say it a bunch of times. I really want to get back on track with everything and stuff. But you know, I'm, I think that's one of the reasons why I'm having issues. This, staying consistent with anything or even just starting anything, is because it gets so confusing. There's so many different directions to go, and and I've never been one to go after fad diets either. Like every there's the keto diet, there's the paleo diet, Atkins diet, then there's the juicing, then there's you know if you go vegetarian, go vegan, count your calories, count your drink this kind of water, drink that kind of water, add this to your water. Don't add this to your diet. Add this to your diet. So, so and supposedly the Atkins, supposedly either the paleo diet or the keto's diet is technically the Atkins diet, but they gave it a different name. We got chia seeds. We got chia seeds, flax seeds, and hemp seeds in my house. Right? But here's the thing: have you done the research on those three seeds in general? Like, what's the difference between the three? Right? So, if you want to them as put them in like levels of, like in tiers of usefulness, right? Flaxseed would technically be the bottom. I mean, it has, the amino acids, it has protein, it has the fiber, it has, other benefits to it. Then the chia seeds, on top of what the flax, has, on top of what the flaxseed has, it has a couple other vitamins and nutrients that help with your digestion and help with protein and help with energy and help with whatever. And then the hemp seed is like is the superfood of the three. It combines the benefits of both the flaxseed and the hemp seed, chia seed, but it's packed with other even more. So all three of them have benefits on their own, and just because the hemp seed works well as like the superfood of the three, at least from what I've read about them, and I haven't read it in a while, so I don't remember like the exact benefits of each one. But flaxseed, like I said, like individually, they have specific benefits. If you want to say overall, the hemp seed supposedly has the overall health benefit that the other two have. You know, so and that's kind of like even with like veggies. Like say like they say eat spinach, but then they say kale is the top of the greens. Like as far as being the most nutrient dense and the most health benefit to it is kale. And then last year, I randomly, sometime between last year and this year, I randomly came across a video, um, one of Dr. Oz's shows where somebody was on there saying that watercress is even more of a superfood than kale is. It has, it's a little more, it has a little bit more nutrient than kale does, but kale's still considered the number one, but watercress is right there with it, or like maybe just a minute higher in health benefits. Um, so, but yeah. And hello to whoever else is in the chat. Hit that like button. Say hello. Thank you for being here. Like and share. And I'm glad to see you back in here again, Tiffany. Thank you for coming in. Hopefully, as you if you continue to come in, what's up, Joe? Duffy? Duffy, is that you? Oh, that Joe. I forgot, because you don't come in that often. I know who you are. It took me a second. I was trying to analyze the screen name to remember who. No, I know who he is. He's a former co-worker. Get back in the booth, you. I don't curse on my channel, so I won't finish that sentence. But I know who it is now. Get back in your booth, you. I think I still have that sound wave somewhere. So here's the story behind that, right? Joe used to do security with me, and he would be at one of the posts during the day in the morning, and one of the maintenance guys. I was hanging out with Joe one morning after my shift, and one of the maintenance guys, a couple of the maintenance guys came over and was chilling and making jokes. And actually, I wasn't. I don't think I was even there. You told me the story, and then before you left Suffolk Downs, you told Murray, who was the maintenance guy, hey, for old time's sake, because you told me the story of what happened, and then we got Murray to say it again. So the maintenance guy he's like, hey, for old time's sake, just one more for the road. Say the line. And the line is, get back, go get back in your booth, you effing pansy boy. So and I remember the story. I wasn't there for the actual event, but I remember the story. The story was, I think it was during training, and there was an issue on the track, and you're trying to get the horsemen to stay off the track so they can um, take care of the issue that was going on the track. And one of the riders were giving you a hard time or whatever. And was it the rider that originally called you an effing pansy boy? And Murray happened to be there to hear it. Something to that effect. But that's still an ongoing joke. And I think I still have the soundbite on my phone somewhere. I have it somewhere, I just don't know where. Yep, as far as I know, he's still here. Are you still on Facebook? I don't know why I'm yelling. Are you still on Facebook? He's not on Facebook, but you can follow Gamby. Gamby does wildlife videos on Facebook. Gamby's one of the other maintenance guys. Gamby's the wildlife expert on at my job. He makes friends with the swans, takes and video of the coyotes, and the hawks, and the ducks, and the turtles. And I get jealous because he gets better photos than I do, better footage than I do. And I'm the one who got him in the habit of taking videos. Did you say what you needed advice on, though? You just said you need advice. You didn't say what the advice was. Because we got all caught up in who you were. When I started reminiscing. I did! I did. It just says I need advice. And there was nothing underneath it. You say, April, this is Joe from Suffolk Downs. I need your advice. And then you said yes to whatever I said. And then you said, laugh my you know what off. And then you said, is Murray still there? And I'm friends with Gamby on Facebook. And April, please scroll up. I need advice. Scroll up. See, that was your whole conversation. You effing pansy boy. So what's the advice? Unless you don't want to say it in the chat. If you don't want to say it in the chat, message me on Facebook. Dun dun dun. That reminds me of another coworker. Former coworker. The old guy, the old slow guy we used to have here. Um, Siegel. No, right? So we had this guy named Siegel. The last name was Siegel that worked here, and we don't know for sure, but he obviously had some kind of like mental delay, or he had something going on with him where like the wheels just turned a little slower. All right, and um, the way that he would talk though, sometimes you would think it was like this. He would make like the most minute thing that you could say sound like a very suspenseful thing, right? So like we used to have to punch in. We used to have to call a number to punch in for the day. Call in and put our employee number or whatever. And so we would, we do that. And so like one day I think he was like, so I called the number and it didn't work. Right? And all you could hear in your head is dun dun dun. Because of the way he said it with like all with such enthusiasm, but with like a suspense to the tone. And that was just how he talked. He wasn't trying to be suspenseful. It's just like, so I was walking through the building, and I was trying to lock the door, and it wouldn't lock. Dun dun dun. And every time he would see you, and if he runs into me or my cousin, he still does this to this day. If he sees one of us, right, he talks to you as if he's been looking for you this whole time. If he sees me randomly on the street, okay, where's the message? All I see is LOL. His message is not completely coming through or what? Last message I've read was LOL. If you sent me something on Facebook, it hasn't come through yet. That doesn't help me. All right, Joe, ask it again, and she'll let it come through. Or unhide it or whatever. I'll let it slide. He might have left. Okay, give me the PG version. Cause I didn't even yeah, I didn't even know he messaged it because it doesn't come up on my side. I think if I'm on my on a laptop, like I can see the hidden messages, but through my phone, I don't see the you know, the filtered um, text. All right, let's see. I think he left. It must feel good that PJ and Jane are gone. Joe, are you still here? I don't think you're here. He might have got frustrated and left. I know who PJ and Jane are. I didn't have a problem with PJ. Jane was the one that was the issue. Don't worry about it. Was that the question? I know that's not what he wanted. He needed advice on. Was there a question about the advice? An advice question or whatever he was asking? All right, so he can't get mad then because he didn't even ask the what he needed advice on. Even if it got hidden, he didn't. According to you, he didn't ask. So he might be frustrated that whatever that comment was, that question was, but that obviously wasn't the advice he was looking for. And I did say that if it was something personal, to message me on Facebook. So I don't know if he's trying to go do that or what, because I haven't received anything yet. The only Facebook notification I got is that you left a comment on something. Comment on my photo. No, I don't think he went to sleep. I don't think he went to sleep. It's 3:30 here. He probably got frustrated. Either he got frustrated or he was gonna try to message me on Facebook. Which, depending on what the question or the advice was, I probably preferred that. Just because I know how he talks. And I don't think he wants his personal stuff out in, the world of YouTube. And whoever just gave me that fourth like, thank you. I appreciate it. Thank you for stopping in. Please put your seat in a reclined, comfortable position. This is not a air flight. This is a chill spot. Please do not put your seat in an upright position unless you like to sit that way. We're here to chill, relax. grab your favorite beverage and enjoy your stay. Well, somebody came in and gave me a fourth like. It was a drive-by like. It's like, hey, how you doing? Like, see you later. It's like, meow, meow. Was it good for you? It's like this, ready? Meow. In reverse. Meow. What about this way? We go the other way, but it's just gonna be a thumbs down. Drive by liking. It's like, hey, I like you. I look bald. I need to cut my hair. It's gotten to the length where like it's just getting hard to like keep it looking decent. Right now it's just a complete mess. It's leaning to one side. Yeah, I'm gonna end this in a few minutes. It's 1:25 now, so I'll give it like another 4 minutes and end it at 1:30. An hour 30, I should say. But I'm glad you came in. I appreciate it. I appreciate your company. And I hope you continue to come in, get your spirits lifted. Hopefully, it will get you into a place where you feel like you can get your videos up and going again. Because, I mean, you gotta look at it this way. You always get a lot more people coming into your streams than I do. I mean, you've been pretty much the only one since I started. The other night I got a couple, and what was it? Was it Saturday? Friday or Saturday? I think it was Friday or Saturday. Uh, High Velocity Savage rated my channel, and by the time I was done with it, it said I had 56, no, 63 people that came through the stream. The number count while I was on the stream didn't say half as that. Half of my. Yeah, I hear you. You know, you don't always have to do it. Like, especially now I know your girls are off. And maybe you can do, like, unless you're trying to keep them off the internet, like being visibly seen, you could always do, like, you know, arts and craft time on video with your girls or something. You know, you don't have to do, you do the late night ones when you can, when you're up to it. And if you don't mind having your kids on stream and they don't mind being on camera, you can always just like, you don't have to make it a big production. You can say, all right, we're just doing a quick little arts and craft thing. We might not pay attention to the stream or whatever. We're just gonna enjoy it. You can either record it as a video, or you could do it as a live stream and just say, we're just doing our thing. Come and watch. I might not respond. So people know enough just to watch. And hello to whoever the second person is. Hit that like button. Say hello. Hit that like button. Hit that like button. Hit that. I just like to chant. I'm not trying to push you, but I just like to chant. And I appreciate you coming in. Say hello. We only bite sometimes. They got scared. They got us scared. I'm scared. It's just spooky. That's really spooky. Alright, I think I'll end it. Um, Tiffany, as always, it's a pleasure. Thank you for hanging out. It really means a lot. Um, if you haven't, when you get the time, go check out the new Love Lift track. Go check out whatever other videos I might have. You might find something that you enjoy. um, but I will end it. I want to thank you for coming in. Anyone that comes in and watches it to the end, you are a boss. You are amazing. Hashtag Love Crew. Very happy to see you too. Um, but I will end it. This weekend will be a little tricky. Hopefully, I can get a video tour out, do a live stream here and there. Because I'm doing the last of the 12-hour shifts. This is the last racing weekend, so hopefully I can get footage of the horses um, for a farewell to the horses stream or video. I have to get here early to catch the races if I'm gonna get any of it. But we shall see. But until next time, next video, next stream. As always, like, love, share, and inspire. Don't forget, love is everything, and I will see you next time. Much love. Peace. Night night.